Hi everyone, welcome to ELI, the place where you get your daily dose of inspiration for entrepreneurship. And today we have with us Mr. Vishnu Nagaraj, founder of Carve Startup Labs, a network of incubators, accelerators, government bodies, and opportunity providers to startups. Vishnu has attended University of Calicut for bachelor's. Vishnu has been a TEDx speaker as well. Hi Vishnu, welcome to ELI.
Thanks, Priya. Thanks for the invite. It's my pleasure to be here.
Vishnu, I would request you to introduce yourself to our audience.
So I'm Vishnu Nagaraj. I'm the founder of Carve Startup Labs. So it's a global network for helping the startups. So I just a BTech CSE graduate. I started from my first startup in Whiting College. So then currently I am the advisor of Karkana Space and the founder of TagDew. Also, that's the two companies.
Vishnu, tell us about Crave Startup Labs and your other ventures as well.
So Carve Startup Labs, which it started from just like, to be frank, it's a WhatsApp group. So before that particular initiative, there is a story behind it. So when I started my first company in my college. Okay, after one NASCOM bootcamp only, I started my first company. So I was a student. I just went to that bootcamp and then I submitted one idea. So before that, I don't know about IoT. I don't know about startup. Even the meaning of startup, even that word is not even familiar for me because I started in a tier 3 city of Kerala, Palakkad and all. So that time, one of my mentor, UK investor, angel investor named Maddie, that he's an Indian of Madhavan Ramakrishnan. He came as a mentor, as an investor for that program. He liked my idea, and he invested from the Cambridge, which is that's the first change in my life. After that, I get into that particular industry, startup industry, and I moved after my college. I started in Kochi, then I moved to Bangalore and lots of things happened even because of that IoT company. Lots of things changed in my life. Lots of achievement happens. So meanwhile, in during the journey, on the 2-year journey, because in the beginning there is lots of things which I felt like I didn't receive from the ecosystem, or maybe I can say that the proper guidance, or maybe because of the misunderstanding of lots of things, maybe not don't have a correct awareness in the ecosystem. I just did lots of mistakes, and we learned. So even I believe that if you start and doing something, even if mistakes happen, that is really matter because mistakes should happen. So in my first venture, I just had lots of problem, and then there is an internal. We can't say issue, internal things happened, and then we decided to quit that particular first company. Then after that particular thing, that is the most difficult part in like was in my life, like that period. So that time, like I lots of things thought like I may end up with some job, or whether I will start up again or something. So then again, I thought like, no, I don't want to start go to a job, because once we enter into that section, then it won't be correct, because we already plan to work for our own dream. I don't want to work for others' dream. So then I started again. Then in meanwhile, like when doing that particular thing, the first bounce back happened after the zero. Even we can say even it went to minus. So that stage, I submitted one idea to government, and I got the innovation grant from Kerala government. That particular grant boosted me. So that moment, I felt like, okay, there is a student startup. They're starting from the college, maybe a student. Lots of people, maybe they're listening also, maybe thinking to start up. They don't know what to do. So I realized like maybe this journey of Vishnu changed a lot of things. It took me around 2 to 2.5 years, 2 to 2.5 years, I think, if I'm correct. So that period, I understand which if I can help, which whatever the lagging, because now I realize what are the mistakes I did, which I can reduce in others' journey. So that time I told my entire team, like my friends in the network, the ecosystem players, I said, like, let's create a WhatsApp group, just a WhatsApp group. In that we have to put opportunities, and if possible, we can connect some people who already there for mentoring, for knowledge sharing and all. So there, that particular WhatsApp group I created. From that, the Carve Startup Labs begin. So then organically it grown. Now we are a global company. We already did 150 plus programs across pan India and global, and helped 10,000 to 15,000 students and startup entrepreneur. And the idea is something simple. Even which stage of startup, it doesn't matter. If they are in CSL, we have lots of services. We partner with government and doing acceleration hackathon programs, whatever the program which help to strengthen the startup ecosystem, and whatever we going to help will say like helping the startup founders to grow from one stage to other stage. So till scale up also we are there. So this is the overall like this is the story behind Carve Startup Labs.
Hmm. What are the services? What are the different services you provide to a startup?
So we are not a direct startup helper. So we are connected with partners, like
Hmm.
as I said, university, corporates, government. We both will run some programs. Say like if startups, what startups require. Maybe if they don't have an idea, a student want to start something. So they need an idea overview of. Sorry,
Yes, I am there. Go on.
sorry. So you can cut this, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So yeah, so every startup they need ideation, maybe they may need funding, they maybe need legal services, they may need some kind of a patent related solutions. So what CSL can help means we have the partners. So we together run global partners we have. We together run this kind of boot camp, hackathon, maybe the acceleration funding program, fundraising, mentorship, connecting mentors. So in our community, if startup is there, this they can do all this stuff. The core idea of CSL is the core product of CSL is Carve Startup School, which we are about to launch globally. So that idea is like in parallel. Parallel, if you are say like you already said like you are helping students and all. So if students want to start up something, they can take an admission in Carve Startup School. It's a 1 year program. So because of Corona, we just stopped the work. We are planning to do it in online for a 12-week program. So the agenda of this is like if you start from an idea, we are planning to bring you in a 12 milestone, and within a year you can say like you are graduating ideas. So we are bringing the global partners across the world to get the give the help to the startup. So it's kind of a school model, and my focus mostly on the tier 3 and 2 cities, maybe the entrepreneurs who they're coming from the ground level. So that is the core product we have. So and other than that, any startup ecosystem players programs which already people are doing that we are also doing and do in our own style. So our bootcamp, everything is designed from our side itself. Like that we do. We partner with government and do. We will partner with corporates and we will do. We partner with university also we do. So my vision is to bring all the university as a innovation hub for not only the students to that particular city, because every time people are thinking that you have to go to Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, not like that. In your city, doing that R&D process, there is a process in the before starting the startup. That process, people are burning unwantedly to going other cities, burning a lot, making good office space, that and all. Even in home, in your universities, you talk to your college. If you are an alumni, you just go and talk to the management, give some space to do the research. So the particular 1 to 2 years you don't want to burn. Once you are ready, market ready, then only you should go to out. So at least you need some kind of a thing. So in the idea stage itself, you running to the investor, running to some office space, running to the feedback. So that and all is I am, as personally I am not favorable to. Even I did the same mistake. Customer, and you have to go and talk to your target customer. Second thing, build something in your place itself, maybe the university. So I want to change the university itself, getting a high-end solution there itself. So a student, they can think any high-class products, any startup. It doesn't mean a technical itself. Any product, any category, they should do it in the college itself. Once it's all ready, they can go out, they can explore. This is what my vision. So every time I don't want to see the Steve Jobs, like recently one mentor said, all time you don't focus on Steve Jobs. There are lots of Steve Jobs in your city itself. It might be tier 2, 3. So you see the local entrepreneur, there also you can grow much. So that's the way we are planning.
Hmm. Vishnu, here is my question. Since you are getting in touch with different startups and you are also meeting many founders, would like to know what is the biggest challenge in India for a startup? Why so many young people are there? They're not able to build successful ventures, although they have brilliant ideas. What are the challenges?
The as you say, student and youngsters. So the main challenge in India is family or the society, because even if you ask any students who currently working in any MNCs or BPOs, so these people, the students are forced. That's why they accidentally getting into some jobs which is they're not passionate about. They're not able to wait. Why means they want to wait to get the right work, but say like if you're a friend, you are graduating in from your college, so the next question the entire people, the family, society, what everybody gonna ask you is whether you got the job, whether what is the salary. So these people are really want to showcase that they are placed, so they even don't want to wait 1 year to get the right job or like doing certain things, because in college whatever you are they're teaching there, it's out of syllabus currently. Out of syllabus in the sense it's not industry standard. That's why MNC making training. So if you get into Infosys, you have to go for 6 months training, because if the college taught the industry standard knowledge, why you don't want to go to training now. After graduating, you can immediately go. Because people are running behind courses. We are there doing ML course, AA course, paying the extra money out of that already they paid in for that graduation or whatever the course they selected. So the industry need is not there in the college, is my personal understanding. So that's why I am pushing every students to start something, even if it is a stupid idea, whatever idea. You just start something. Even if you fail in the startup, you can gain something, because skill is matter here. No, even I can say lots of startups, even they don't consider about the degree or the price you have. Means like the mark you have. But still, you need a degree. I am not against that. You don't want to do the education. You have, but positive factor not only in the startup when they start, they in the job area also they have these issues. So this is the biggest uncertainty, because we have to let parents to understand. So if one student is completing a BTech, definitely you, if you are helping them to do a master's for 2 years, right? So in 2 years you have to pay a 3 to 4 lakh or 5 lakh rupees. If really your child or your that particular student want to do something, they want to start, instead of giving that MBA, just pay this particular money to their student, maybe a 1 lakh or 2 lakh. Let give them 2 years for doing something in that startup. So the parents, if they support, if parents is support itself in India, we can bring lots of youngsters. That's why even lots of government policies came. Each and every state have the policy to help the students or any founders to start. That's why I also pushing you that start before the college. Even when you are doing your education itself, if you start, you can reduce this kind of uncertainty. Like the parents won't ask you while you are ongoing the college. The parents won't ask you any questions. That's the risk-free period. That is, people are thinking like just to enjoy the college. You should enjoy the college. At the same time, you can even build your career. You can test something. That is, no questions will be there. So that's the major problem in the youngster. And second thing in the youngsters I understood is they want to go to the safe zone. That is the same routine they have to repeat. Going to college, getting a work, they're also thinking there will be a safe zone. Some people saying, let me go to some job. After 2 years, let me start. That doesn't like that. And some people will thinking like, I have the Google like idea, but I can't reveal. Not like that. Idea is nothing.
Hmm.
The how you executing is matter. So idea, even the way you can build, I can build, even I can build a kind of a Flipkart kind of an app. It doesn't mean that I can be a kind of Flipkart. The execution is matter. Lots of things are there. There is disruptive ideas and all. So you have to execute. You have to start. And there is no safe zone in your life. Every day, every point of the situation, you have some risk and responsibility. So don't think like I will be getting a beautiful time, beautiful situation to start something. It's nothing like that. You have to create the situation. You have to create the opportunity. Life is like that. It's a journey. You can't wait. So you have to execute. That's my message to the students.
Okay. Uh, what was your first day of entrepreneurship like? Would like to know.
First day.
Yeah.
First day, to be frank, I said that boot camp, which it's a 2-day boot camp. They taught us like it's done by NASCOM and Rohit Radhakrishnan. He is the person who just changed my entire life. So he was the mentor there. So he taught us like to act like a entrepreneur there. The 2 days it was like I am imagining I am like a CEO. To be frankly said, while I am doing my like studies, like that time itself, I was like thinking like after doing a job I want to do like an IT company like that, but I don't know how to do it exactly. Even I don't know what is IoT, what even technically I did the IoT company. I have the people who build it, but I don't know much about that IoT in that time. So the the boot camp itself, it's like that they made us to think like that. It was like awesome. So legally, that is a student level time. When the first day when I think like as an office, as an legally and all this, I started in the Kochi. That's the first day, but I'm hard to recollect. But yeah, it was in NASCOM 10,000 startups in Kochi. So we, among other 6 companies across Kerala, the NASCOM selected only 6 companies that time. And I am the youngest founder who they selected. And my article came in the Times of Times of India newspaper. Yeah, Times of India newspaper about my story, and their story came. That also NASCOM only helped. So I was 2015 I started.
Hmm.
So to 22 at the age of 21 or 22 I started. That day it was like yeah, normally right. I just wending that and sitting in the chair and feeling like okay we did something. So it was an awesome.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's good.
Vishnu, I have this question for you. So one of the founders I met recently, I asked him what can be done to change the Indian ecosystem of startups. So he said everything has to do with the mindset of people, especially of the young people, and they have to be oriented to.
Can you ask me again because it's got some stuck? Can you ask the question again?
Okay.
Sorry.
Vishnu, one of the founders I met recently, I asked him what can be done to uh, uh, change the ecosystem of startups in India, how to make it better or more conducive for more founders to come, more co founders to come. So he gave me this suggestion. He said it has to do with the mindset of the young people. They have to be oriented towards entrepreneurship, and how it can be done is from the childhood itself. They can be taught about entrepreneurship. In fact, we can do something like a education around entrepreneurship, a school that will teach entrepreneurship, where the teachers will be entrepreneurs themselves. There would be no structure of education, just teaching people how to build things, how to initiate things, how to scale up things, this sort of uh, things, right? So what is your thought on that?
That's exactly we is Carve Startup School. As I said, we have the core product called Carve Startup School. So the Carve Startup School's agenda is like, as you said, awareness is the problem. Nobody can teach entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is not a formula. The formula which works for you may not work for me. It's a journey. It's like in particular situations, you can't make that. You say like your success is personal. I also say like uh, uh, you can't put a standard in that. So if you are satisfied with a Tiago car, if you are saying like I am having a Tiago car, if I am satisfied with it, I can say successful. It's not doesn't mean you should buy a BMW. So like that, we have their own way of things. Okay, so in that, what my suggestion is, the lack of awareness is the problem. So we don't want to teach the formula. We just want to say this is right, this is the way. So you have to show this things to the students. That's why then I understood where we can which period they can learn this. So as you said, from the childhood they have to learn, and everything is fine. But there is a crucial period in entire journey, like of a human. That is the college, that particular college time. Maybe you can say from the school to the college time. So this time you just think, while you are doing your studies or something, most of the people don't take any family responsibility. They're not facing anything. Their mind is just enjoying and studying. But that is the period we have less responsibility. The society won't question you. Maybe the marks, I don't care about that. People may ask you the marks, but still the family is not pushing. The society is not pushing. You are peacefully, you can think. So that period, I need to do some kind of an awareness that people can start. So that's why we are running across the program like boot camp. I said we can planning the Carve Startup School. So why we are ongoing that particular studies, I have to parallel you have to think about this. So in India there is a one more thing is a factor, because every student's dream also molded by parents. They're like putting like the students like this. Okay, they are not giving the freedom, because their love and care is say showing that way. They want to their particular say like their child to be a doctor and engineer. Just imagine one situation: they spent maybe lakhs to one MBBS seat. Later they realize this person is going to a startup. So just think about the situation in their home. Okay, so the student is not free to start. There are lots of accidental engineers, there are lots of accidental doctors are there. I am saying like they get into that particular course, later they realize that is not their particular passion. They want to do something else. We have lots of MBA people now selling idli dosha batter. There is a big story. There's a big person is there in Kerala. He is doing that. Lots of people explore the unexplored things. If you started a computer science engineer, it doesn't mean you can't start anything related to food. So in entrepreneurship, there is nothing like that. So people will ask, there is a one entrepreneur in Kerala, or like even the chai point, right? Chai point, chai. So selling chai, they're creating millions and they're giving jobs to lots of engineers. So maybe one startup here, they are saying that he's an engineer and he turned to a chai related company. Okay, so maybe think about that. In the beginning, what kind of problems he may face? He will ask, hey, you are an engineer but you are selling tea. Now
That,
you won't believe the turn off.
mm,
Got it? So that you have to break. You don't want to bother about these people. So students should make them understand. So there is a college time, you can try anything. As you said, rightly said, even that entrepreneur rightly said, we need awareness. The mindset should change. That is the problem in India, especially. But in other places, they are free. Here, the people have the idea, people have the potential, everything, but they have lots of these questions. What my father said, as I exactly said, what will be the situation in the home? How can we say after dad is spending 10 to 5 lakh on my studies, then I am saying that I am going to start from zero, which is not even the revenue may or may not come. It may fail. So that time the problem. So that's why I am saying during your studies, do something. While you are coming out, you show that your success as to your parents. If you're showing that you are starting paying back them after your college or during your college itself, they will say okay. So you have to prove your business. We will send a proof of concept. So you have to prove your business before getting out of the college. So that's why we are hardly working on building the ecosystem in university itself. So it won't affect their education. It won't it can also help them to work on their dream. So this mod I am working. So Carve Startup School will be soon. My vision to launch in each and every corner of India, especially world.
right. Debating on your points, I'd like to share my point of view as well. So, since you mentioned if students can earn something during their college days, or start a business start a business when they are still students, then it can be a much easier journey as an entrepreneur. What I have seen is in countries like US or European countries, there students actually follow this kind of trend. They do some small businesses when they're still in college. In fact, some of them do part-time jobs to pay their tuition fees and college fees, or make some quick bucks, right? So that is their mindset. But in India, you won't find people are doing internship because their college curriculum wants them to, or uh, people who are graduate there in their 30s, or they're in their late 20s, they're still searching for government job. They're still searching for good jobs. They're just not getting into something. They're still looking for a good opportunity to hit them, right? So I think there is a lot of change that has to be done in this mindset. And the new education system that the government is coming up with has a lot of good changes coming along with it, and a long way to go as well. uh, the students from the very early age, they have to think of doing something, solving a problem, making money, and you know not too much dependent on their parents. So that dependency on the parents is causing a lot of issue in a very macro level, or on a very national scale. People are not getting into entrepreneurship even though they have good ideas. They don't have risk taking capabilities. They are not independent from their parents. So that is what I think is a big issue to look at.
So true, even we face to that. The same as you said, the students in the US, Australia, like that, they're doing that parallel that without affecting their studies, they're doing job. Even there's somebody working as a part-time. The same thing happening. You may know lots of students are going abroad and doing their masters. Right? Some my friends are there in Australia. Some friends are going to the abroad. Okay, just go and talk to that people. They're all working part-time to pay the tuition fee there. So most of the students in abroad who are Indians itself, they're going there, they're learning a lot, and they're doing the part-time. So the culture is accepting that. There's nobody questioning. The parents are supporting, the college are supporting. But here the college, as you said, the college syllabus, the college mindset also is a problem. They're fully making the students to do the internals, assignments, workshop, and that particular syllabus base, which is out of dated. Like outdated, I am saying, like as I always say in my particular tech talk or something when I go as a talk, I just put one slide. The college teaching GSM and the industry need is 5G. So the gap is very big. So this change, as you said, in the college level, even I am planning, even I am in the mission to change that particular thing. So I am running across before Corona, I was going to each and every university to make them create kind of an awareness. Yes, you can do. So it's almost like, as I said, 10,000 students and all we reached to government doing program. So to make them understand, make the parents, everyone to understand that if they can do some change, the ecosystem soon gonna change, as you said. The students will be more free to do something. So I'm even visioning that particular days, which people like everyone can do something great.
Okay. Here is a question for you. I would make a statement. You can agree or disagree with it. And if you agree, what we can do about it. So the statement is, parents are the biggest threat to the entrepreneurship community in India.
I always said in the beginning,
Pa-
parents are the first of
let me restate that. Parents are the biggest threat to entrepreneurship in India. Do you agree or disagree? If you agree, what we can do about it?
it's not I am yes, it's a threat. I completely agree, but the intention I have to share, these
Hmm.
people in the name of love and care, the name of love and care, they want to see their students to grow, like because most of the parents also struggled a lot reaching to that particular level. Nobody, even if there is if maybe in future my son or daughter, if they want to ask, that means what I first thing, the struggle and the difficulty which I face, I don't want to give to my child, maybe the son or daughter. That is every parent's mindset. So in that particular emotion, maybe because we are Indians are fully what is it, we will put lots of things in the emotion relationships, but in you can see in Western countries and all is less, but we are like we are very weak in that. Can we are very weak in emotion, we are very fond of relationship. So that is indirectly pressuring the students. Say like the parents want to believe that he can be do something. Until that, these people will say like they're guiding you, don't do it because go to job, that is safe. You are getting monthly salary. Why you are doing something which you are not getting? They don't want to see any children going in a struggle. But startup journey, it's struggle. It's not like the way you are seeing the news. You can see some people got $10,000 or like some millions of dollars as a startup investment. That and all you are seeing in the buzzword. But the real struggle, if you go in the ground level, it's really every startup founder is working 10x or 20x hard. They want to do something. Even after doing something, you won't believe the entire product may be good. The journey might be good, but lots of uncertainty might happen, and they also spoil the startup. Now, because of Corona, how many startups are gone down? So this journey is really difficult. So parents' mindset is they don't want to see their children's in the difficult period. That is the way they are giving, and absolutely I am agreeing your statement. Not only in India, I am saying every area, students who are passionate want to, they have a thread like this. So they want to go out of scope. Every parents have one dream to see that children's in this level. So if the child is having another dream, then there is a clash. So make them understand itself is hard. Even every or startup entrepreneur maybe today also might be facing that. Some people who is know about the ecosystem, some people who is in the ecosystem, they know little bit, they are little bit okay. Maybe some family, especially I want to point this very clear. There is lots of parents or family, they're depending on the child. Say they're doing the engineer, tomorrow this person will take care of my family, tomorrow he's earning maybe a crucial point to their family. In this area most of the problems are coming. If parent is stable, the parents already have the financial things like setup, there I think these people can take the risk because parents already there. But there is lots of startup entrepreneurs, their family is not financially stable. They are they are the tomorrow, they want to grow as a job, and they are seeking his help to run the family. In that particular period, if they are not taking a job and taking a startup, means a serious issues. So somehow parents should support his vision. Maybe within a year, within a 2 year, he can make it a 10x return from the better than that particular job. So because mental thing is also important. It's not about we are money making machines. We should love what we are doing, right? That is the end. So even if you earn a 10,000 rupees, and if you love to do that particular job, you are satisfied means, then you can go ahead. So parents, yeah, of course, this is the issue. Especially as I pointed, the family in that category have the higher issues. Even people also force, even education loans. They maybe after they have to pay education loans. So that's why they are running behind the job, whatever job they are getting. Because banks, lots of banks pressurizing the students. You won't be like after say like if you are having an education loan, you have to start pay the EMI. So even government have to look on something like if any students is started, they did some education through education loan. They have to give a breathing period if they are starting a own startup. They have to talk to the banks and give a breathing period of 2 years extra just to try to something because they are not even any 1 rupee when they do the startup. Revenue may be key, may be taking next step. So government should think about something like this to give a breathing period for the students who planning to do entrepreneurship. If they're getting job, let's of course they can start paying the EMI. Otherwise, whoever starting up, the government also have to help them. So that could be a great support. Even lots of grants are there, but I'm saying like it could be great if you, especially the education loan kind of students who is coming from the lower middle class kind of, they can financially little bit support like this. These are the policies I am expecting.
I think this is a very interesting statement you made. Government should support students with who have education loans. How can they become entrepreneurs when they have such a huge burden on top of them? Uh, but anyway, which entrepreneur doesn't have such difficulties? I think all of the entrepreneurs have some or the other difficulties, and they still manage to go through. Vishnu, we are almost up with time. I have 3 or 4 questions left. I would request you to answer them very shortly. First question is, what are the challenges you faced along the way while building your venture?
The first venture, as I said, like that, the proper awareness on even the tea formation. People are just sharing the equally shares and all. So how to share? What is the SHA? What are the legal things we have to do? And there is lots of people just naming as an investor. That is a serious issue which I have to address. There is lots of people just saying that there is a naming as an investor. They have the thing. Even an investor can screw your entire startups. So there should be a system. Even I am also thinking like should be a transparent system of every person who are entering. So before calling the person into your team, just we need a system, a transparent ecosystem or a platform to check the person who is an investor or recently invested whether he can able to invest simply in the LinkedIn profile. If they are invested, doesn't mean it's an investor. And and the people who just taking equity and screwing the startup, like lots of problems I also faced. So this kind of awareness should become. There should be an friend that there should be some kind of transparency. Even startups now also bringing lots of I can say current problem. Even I am this time, lots of people are entering this. Lots of startups are saying, "Sir, I mistakenly did this. I mistakenly called this investor, and later I understand this is not the domain expert. He is not invested this." So lots of problem legally. If you once done, then you can't rechange. So that kind of stuff you have to clearly understand. Legal papers, SHAs. From the starting, the foundation should be strong, because that is very important. So these are the problems there. So you have to take a proper mentor or proper this kind of platforms to understand before you start.
Okay.
That's the
Speaking
difficulty I also.
Speaking of mentors, I think you mentioned about your mentor who inspired you into entrepreneurship. Apart from your mentor, who else is your role model when it comes to entrepreneurship?
Role model in that sense, like in the entrepreneur side or like in the family kind of that kind of side.
From the entrepreneurs world, who is the entrepreneur who inspires you?
I like Jack Ma a lot. That Alibaba's founders,
Okay.
like Alibaba founder, that I love a lot. And in India, of course, Ratan Tata, like that. Alibaba founder is there. No? There is lots of the. If you see the story itself,
Hmm.
Jack Ma's story, it's really I think he won't show off like he is a techie. He once said like um, entrepreneurs who want to manage the smart people to work. So he won't show that he is a extraordinary talent techie guy. Okay, he always projected him as a simple man. He say like I don't know anything. My job is simple. I just want to make the smart people to work. He's a very simple guy. He won't show that because people are thinking to be an entrepreneur you should be like a big one and you know to not because maybe you knows much better than me. So the magic is simple. If you can manage the entire things beautifully, that is the entrepreneurship. So if you see every CEOs work less in the sense I'm saying they want to make others to work. It's like a king in the chess. You know chess game.
Hmm.
You do we feel like the queen and the minister everything is powerful because they are the doing them. But the most powerful guy is the king, but he only do one step. So
Hmm.
that is the founder's role. You are powerful, but you should make others to move and win the race. So Jack Ma projected that way always. So I like that guy's way, and personally I like Rajinikanth a lot. Like he's inspired a lot to stand in my own name from the ground level to explore. And my dad always taught us in a way, a son should not depend on father's money. You should do your own, even from the phone, even the car, whatever we should earn. So that kind of environment he thought, even if he has enough money, he whatever that if he have, he won't want to give to the your children something to ruin their life. He's he wants to stand alone. So that are the three things I can say. So these are the people is my inspirations.
Okay. How do you compare entrepreneurship with a 9 to 5 job?
It's like arranged marriage and love marriage. Simple as that. If you want to do a love marriage, go for startup because you love to do. Arranged marriage is like typically everyone doing. We are also going there, and if somebody really loves something 9 to 5 job, okay. So it's depending on each mindset. But for me, if you say like an entrepreneurship is like I marry my love, the person I loved, because I may not do 9 to 5. I may do 9 to like lot we may work 24/7 some days without sleeping. So, but we won't feel that we are doing some kind of a hard things and all. Lots of difficulties comes. So, end of the day, we loved it. So, same way. So, you can see that kind of love to an arranged marriage kind of thing. That model.
Very interesting. You are giving very interesting answers to my question. Uh, Only two questions left. Rather, I would make it one. What is your final message to potential entrepreneurs of this country?
You don't run for the result. End of the day, don't see the safe zone. The result in the I am saying like whether it's going to win or lose, try it. Try and try to do something. And execution is matter. Don't wait for anything. You just start. Even if you fail, you don't worry. Just go ahead. Just go ahead and do it. One day you can either learn or you can earn. That's if you start up, you can earn. If you fail, you can learn. So this is as much as simple. You should do something. That is my suggestion because the degree, if you want to get some skill, just start doing some startup in the college days itself. No matter what idea, bring the team, execute it. That's my message.
Okay. Well, on that note, I would like to close this session. Uh, Thank you for giving out time, Vishnu. It was a great pleasure to host you here at ELI. And I think our audience would have got very valuable lessons from this video. And our best wishes to Carve Startup Labs.
Thanks a lot, Priya. Thanks for you inviting me and the opportunity to share this. And yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, and I'm really appreciating your work. You're doing very good thing. In future also, for any support, you let us know. Thanks. All
Uh,
the best.
Viewers, you can follow Vishnu on LinkedIn by searching for Vishnu Nagaraj. Also, do visit their website by typing carvestartuplabs.com. They'll help you in many ways in incubation and bringing all the support that is there. Whom do you want to have here at ELI for next episode? Do let me know in comments below. We will be back before you know it. Stay tuned to Entrepreneur Lounge of India.